If you've spent time studying sheet music or have played in a concert orchestra or band, or even written music yourself, then you've likely seen and heard a variety of terms used to describe the many elements of music like volume, speed, and tone, to name a few. Most of these terms are Italian, in keeping with the many European musical conventions that originated in Italy, but others can be English, German, or French words. Today we're going to look at a handful of these music theory terms, what they mean, and what they sound like in action in a piece of music using Doom MIDIs as examples. Number 1. Overture. While traditionally overtures are defined as instrumental introductions to ballets or operas specific to the 17th century, they're defined in the same vein these days as introductory movements to more substantial works, often containing major musical themes or motifs that will be heard throughout the rest of the work. You could argue that most title screen themes for WADs are overtures, but I think most are too short to count. That said, there is one that I think of that does fit this definition: Doomguy and His Angry Band by continuum.mid. I count this one because it's a medley of At Doom's Gate, Hiding the Secrets, the untitled theme to Hellkeep, I Saw the Demons, and Victory, the End of Doom. All tracks by Bobby Prince that he wrote for the original Doom. Number 2. Fermata. Approximately translating to stay or stop, this term indicates a hold or pause in a piece of music. It's illustrated by a dot with a half circle over top, and most often appears above a note that is meant to be drawn out longer than its normal value. So for instance, if you had a fermata above a quarter note, that quarter note would be played for more than one beat, maybe instead 1.5 or even 2 beats. A fermata can be heard in the Ribbiks track Destroyer, written for Grain of Salt's project Heck Revealed 3. We can hear this guitar note as being sustained just slightly longer than the notes that preceded it. This helps break up predictability and add a sense of curiosity or even suspense about what's coming next. Number 3. Atonality. As its name suggests, this term applies to a piece or section that has no discernible key, pitches, or tones. Many atonal compositions contain just percussive instruments, like drums or sound effects, such as Teleport Trap, written by DIR. Atonal pieces can sound a little off-putting or even straight up weird at first, but they can offer a huge degree of variety in a soundtrack. Number 4. Ostinato. Simple enough, an ostinato is a repeated musical phrase or rhythm, and we hear examples of this all the time in so many different MIDIs. We can also hear it demonstrated by the orchestral strings part in Watch as the Angels Fall from the Heavens into the City of Sin by Arsinikk from Hell Revelations. Number 5. Arpeggio. This is where the notes of a chord are played in succession of each other, either in an ascending or descending order. So for example, if I have an F major chord made up of the notes F, A, and C, this is what an arpeggiated version of that chord would sound like. We can see further instances of this in the track Perrito by Cacodemon 187. The electric piano plays arpeggios of chords like F major and B flat minor. Have a listen. Number 6. Staccato. The term staccato describes notes that are played in a short and detached manner. Now this is not to say that they're played quickly, but rather in a way that makes them sound cut off. This is the opposite of legato, which means to play notes fully and smoothly. Staccato notes are another very common thing in Doom MIDIs, but one example where they appear more subtly is Tolwyn's Requiem track, Hunter's Lair. Around the halfway point, the overdriven guitar plays a pattern of full notes followed by detached notes. See if you can identify them here. Number 7. Fortissimo. This term is used to describe a piece or section of a piece meant to be played very loudly. Take Bloo's track, Don't Fear the Ripper, for instance. Allegrissimo. This one describes a very fast tempo, usually around 172 to 176 beats per minute. The piece Gibraltar by Fookerton can be described as Allegrissimo. Just look at the tempo in the software and have a listen. Number 9. Decrescendo. The opposite of crescendo, which means to gradually become louder, decrescendo means to gradually get quieter. An example of this appears in the Batman Doom track, Inferno by Martin Linda, right at the beginning and close to the end. The atmosphere guitar here plays its rhythm for the first few measures, and then gradually tapers off, making room for some uncertainty as to what will play soon after. And before you know it, and number 10, vibrato. We've heard a lot of examples of this one so far, but to properly define it, this is the rapid, slight manipulation of a note's pitch that results in a kind of pulsating sound, resulting in a richer tone. It sounds like the note is vibrating, quote-unquote, hence the name. You can hear this right away in the opening overdriven guitar notes of the Hayden 49 track, Bandfield. Most of the notes in this opening section are also longer notes, that is, half and whole notes, to really allow that pulsating sound to come through. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative if you weren't familiar with any of these music terms before. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.